Hello everyone, my name is Nunu. Today we're back with F1 2018 career mode of the French Grand Prix in season number 2. It's around Circuit Paul Ricard, which is a very, very awesome circuit. Of course, we have a lot of upgrades. We have an ultimate and a major and a minor upgrade. So we actually leapfrog ahead of Ferrari by such a margin, which means we'll be absolutely over-dominant this weekend and hopefully for the rest of the race. For the rest of the season, I mean, but we're number 1 in the development charges, which is absolutely great. We're going to see how we do in qualifying here for the French Grand Prix.
The circuit has rubbed it in with practice, but this is still a difficult session as our drivers fight for pole position. Welcome to qualifying for the French Grand Prix.
So coming into qualifying, we're just going to take our new set of ultra soft tires, get straight out of the garage so we can see if we can get a couple of attempts in to get the fastest lap, faster than Alonso, which is going to be hard. But we can do it at the end of the day. Coming into turn 1, very, very fast and fun track personally. There's, of course, there's these giant runoff areas, which makes you want to push a little bit more than, for example, Silverstone or Street Circuit. But it is a 129.9 on the first lap here. But we drop down instantly down to 5th, 6th, and all the way down the grid we go to the heavy end of the top 10. So we go out for another run here in the qualifying of the very, very colorful circuit, I must say. So we're a couple of tenths up, almost half a second up, coming through the chicane down the long straight, and coming out of the final corner, we're 7/10 up. We just run wide up of the curb there, but are we gonna be so much faster? Yes, we are 8/10 faster, and are we gonna get pole?
Excellent lap.
No, we're second place, right behind our teammate Fernando Alonso, so still an okay, good qualifying position. It's 1-2 for McLaren locking up the front row, which is kind of expected when we have so much more performance. Of course, we had that ultimate engine upgrade, so that was perfect timing actually for this race because of this ginormous. This is a pretty power circuit, especially down the long back straight. So that new upgrade really helps us going down the long straight. But let's just get into the race and see how we do here for the French Grand Prix.
Welcome to Le Castellet as we return from across the Atlantic for the 2018 French Grand Prix. The last time Formula One cars raced at the Circuit Paul Ricard, Alain Prost took Ferrari's 100th Grand Prix victory and the 42nd of his own illustrious career. That was 28 years ago, when half of the drivers on the grid today had yet to be born. And how, I wonder, will that legacy continue in the modern era? The Circuit Paul Ricard then, a 3.6-mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour.
Strategy-wise, we're going to go from the ultra soft to the super soft tires like pretty much everyone else. We want an aggressive first stint so we can get off to the lead in front of Fernando Alonso, hopefully, and just cruise around to the victories. We're coming on to 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and we're underway for 13 laps around Circuit Paul Ricard. Alonso getting off to a very, very great getaway, as well as Raikkonen there. Maybe she also gets off to a very, very bad getaway as we're sandwiched in between Bottas and Raikkonen there. Bottas runs a little bit wide. We went right out of there as well. I think we made a little bit of contact, but he didn't spin around like he did in real life. Alonso there, absolutely the best getaway he's probably ever had in his Formula 1 career. You can see he's just miles ahead already. We're just a couple of corners into this race as we run right there. Bottas trying to go around the outside, but he doesn't. So it's a relatively clean race start. Still a McLaren 1-2, but Alonso is miles ahead. I would almost say we've already lost the race on lap 1. Okay, I'm just kidding. There's still 12 laps able to catch up. As Bottas there gets the slipstream down the long back straight on the first lap there. He tries to go around the outside because we choose the inside line before him down into the chicane. We don't want to get spun on. We don't want to spin him around. He's outside, turns to inside, but at the end of the day, we get him under acceleration, but he has the slipstream back down to the flat out corner there. He tries to move to the outside while we are on the inside, a relatively undramatic corner, but he takes the outside there and he gets the position there. As you can see, we take so different lines through this corner. I was getting so confused, but there's not really one racing line through the last sector. You can pretty much go wherever you want. Or not wherever you want, but you don't have to be on the racing line all the time to actually get a good third sector. So here we are on lap 3. We have the DRS on Puncture, Bottas and the slipstream. We pull out to the inside We're even gonna cruise past him before we get to the braking zone, but he tries to keep it around the outside, makes a little bit of a mistake, and we get him for second place. So we're battling out with Bottas, which makes Fernando Alonso's lead even bigger. We just squeeze him out there, so he maybe wants to back out, but no, he stays flat out. And again, this corner here, he almost brakes test us, and we make a bit of wheel contact there. We touch wheels, not too dramatic, but you can see here down the field we have Esteban Ocon, who's already pitted on lap 5. Don't know if he had a puncture or if it was just his race strategy wanting to pit in as early as he now did. Fernando Alonso is in the race lead at the moment, so far in front of us. You could just see us in the background there, but he's so far in front of us as here we are on lap number 4. We're going to pull up the car into the pits for the super soft tires from the ultra soft tire compound, so we'll try to do an undercut together with Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Räikkönen right behind us. We just need to get out before they come and block us and we have to wait. That would be absolutely terrible if that happened again, once again. So rejoining in 14th place, still in front of Bottas, behind Gasly, but he's quite a long way in front of us. As here we have the Red Bull trying to overtake the Ferrari, which is even better for us because of course we don't want to lose positions to anyone when they're out there battling. That means that we won't lose position, they'll just lose time because they have to use alternative lines. As Fernando Alonso is coming into the pits a lap after us, we have no chance of undercutting him anyways, but you can hear that sound there. That is a very, very funny sound, kind of a meme sound, but we have no chance of undercutting him because he had such a ginormous gap. You can see there he gets out of traffic right now. We're not even on the same lap because he's so far in front, but he gets out in traffic, so that might be our chance to catch him there. You can see we're just down there in the background. You just saw the top of us, but while he was going into turn 1, so we're quite a far behind him, which might not be our thing, but he's slowly making his way through the traffic that has to pit very, very soon. Is the Williamses and Toro Rossos and Saubers down at the back that has to come into the pits. As Fernando Alonso is the fastest lap at the moment, 1:32.7, which I can tell you that is going to change later, or right now actually, so we get the fastest lap. Here we have Daniel Ricciardo, who's had also a terrible race, just like in Canada last time around. As he even a bad day has gotten even worse for Ricciardo, who has an engine failure. He pulls over to the side. The engine just lets go on the start-finish straight. Listen here. Yeah, you can hear it's just like he's coming off the throttle. He isn't at all, but it's just like he's coming off the throttle because the engine just lets go. While the AIs have to make a little maneuver there. As we get a 3-second time penalty for cutting corners. I think that is the first time in this career mode we ever have a 3-second time penalty. So at the moment it's our teammate out in the leads who is going very, very slow down the long back straight. He has a puncture. Fernando Alonso has a puncture, which means we're going to move into the race lead. Oh no, that is terrible for him right there. We were wanting a 1-2. Now it's just a 1 and a back of the grid there. He's running a puncture. He goes out to the side as we just storm past him with so much speed. That was an absolutely insane view for Fernando Alonso's car. But that means we move into the lead. Of course, we have a 3-second time penalty, so we'll have to keep 3 seconds in front of Raikkonen as we make a little bit of mistake. Then have to use the ginormous runoff area. But you can see here Fernando Alonso has fallen down to the back of the grid, coming into the pits for the second time in this race for a new set of ultra softs. I think he's gonna go on because he has a puncture. That is unfortunate. So, but for us, it means that we're almost. I think we're gonna take over the title lead. To be honest, if he doesn't get any points, because we're gonna win this race, possibly, maybe second place, but if we're gonna win this, that would be absolutely amazing, as we have Brendan Hartley there, who's got spun around by one of the Haas. I didn't see if it was Grosjean or Kevin Magnussen, but he's got spun around down at the chicane. There's no yellow flag or anything, lucky for us, as we're now cruising around in the third sector, just trying to keep this one calm for the last couple of corners. We're hoping so badly for us to be in front of Kimi Räikkönen as we're coming down the start-finish straight for first place here at the French Grand Prix. And no, our penalty has demoted us down to second place, and your race winner is actually Kimi Räikkönen. So, yeah, I could just have not cut at the corners there if I had kept my track limits, but, well, we didn't, and that is just sad. We demoted to second place. which is fine because Fernando Alonso retired. Not to wish anything bad for him. It's definitely worse for us, the constructors, but we just get in front of him with just 6 points, which is great for us, which means we are so much more in title contention. This is going to be an inter-team battle, or a teammate battle, throughout the whole of the season. We're only in round 8 at the moment, and you can see that we're leading both of our rivalries, which is very, very positive. We get 730 R&D points ready to get used right off the bat, and we get the chance to get a new contract. And it's not to overshoot it, but in the end, they gone on to it. You could just pause it to go back if you wanted to see what I did. But I think we're gonna end this video off here. I hope you really enjoyed. I certainly did, and I'll see you all whenever we get to Austria on the next video. Remember to like and subscribe, more of that, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.